What's going on, Spartans? My name is Midnight and welcome back to yet another Doom related video. This video is not going to be like my other Doom related videos because I always tend to do like lore videos of Doom or God of War or any other game that is pretty good and badass with badass characters, for example Kratos, Doomslayer, Master Chief, Noble 6, etc. And for the past week I have done only lore videos because I want to get those videos out of the way. And today I was going to upload another video. It was going to be the SCP Foundation versus the Warhammer 40k universe, but something happened in the Doom community that was pretty much I had to make a video on this because it is something very how can I say this? Something very intense. So I do not know when this happened because those videos have been taken down from Twitter, Instagram and on YouTube, but there is a guy named Casimir on YouTube. He is a composer. He makes music videos, but not music videos like Logan Paul or something like that. No, he composes music and uploads them to YouTube. Pretty good music. I've heard some of his tracks and he's pretty good at what he does. And pretty much if you know something about Doom is that its composer Mick Gordon made a legendary soundtrack, a legendary OST for the game. BFG Division, Rust, Dots and Guts, Damnation, Dogma, Repentere, Vegas Score, Hairbringer, all of those songs I just mentioned, I think those are my favorite songs from the Doom soundtrack. And my favorite song is going to be always BFG Division. Every time I go to the gym, I play BFG Division on my earphones and I completely destroy my workout. But okay, so it has come to my attention that Casimir, this music YouTuber, this composer YouTuber, plagiarized some of the soundtracks or some of the songs and samples from Mick Gordon, recreated them himself and sold them on his website, something like that. And it has come to my attention because there's a guy named Hipster Tune. He uploaded a video comparing the Casimir soundtrack to the Doom soundtrack, and they are pretty much the same. So for the sake of this video and evidence, I'm gonna play some of those soundtracks right now. Like, Casimir didn't plagiarize the whole song. He took samples, like 5 seconds from each song, and recreated them himself and sold them in his website or SoundCloud. I do not know because I couldn't find where he was selling these samples. He took samples from Damnation, Vegas Score, BFG Division, Flesh and Metal, and Repentere. If you did watch that part of the samples, they are pretty much the same thing. And if you go to the comments section of that video, you can see a lot of people being very disgusted by what Casimir did, because most of these people say themselves that they are composers, they work on sound design or they do music, and they can tell that pretty much Casimir, the only thing he did was go to the game or go to YouTube, type Doom soundtrack on search, got the soundtrack and pretty much downloaded the song and put them into his sound design whatever program, changed the pitch and pretty much did some effects in the sample, and voila, that sample is now his because fair use, even though it's not fair use. And yes, Mick Gordon did respond to Casimir both on Instagram and on Twitter, but I cannot find anywhere what he responded on Instagram and on Twitter. I know he put some tweets and some videos both on Twitter and on Instagram, but I do not know what did he said. But what I could get was that Casimir actually apologized to what he did to what he pretty much stole from Mick Gordon. And if I had to be completely honest, I do not feel like angry to Casimir for some unknown reason. If you Spartans ever get to know me on a personal level, I'm a very empathetic and soft person, honestly. So I think that's why I cannot feel angry to Casimir. Yes, what he did was something very bad and he must be punished for it, because he indeed sold samples of songs he didn't own, and by my understanding that is illegal. But okay, Casimir did reach out to Mick Gordon on a personal level, emails, DMs or Facebook or whatever, and Casimir did upload a apology video on his channel. And well, let's play it. I don't know. I never do news videos or reaction videos, so I do not know how to do this format. But okay, let's watch it.
Okay, guys. Hey, so wow, there's a lot to say here. Man, first of all, Mick Gordon is a legend. I got obsessed with his soundtrack for Doom over the last year or so, and I really did design the whole industrial grime folder in my pack around it. The goal was to recreate the sounds, process, and you know, arrange melodies and pitch, and you know, to give the same feel but not to be identical. However, watching Mick's video, I agree with him. Some of those sounds are just too similar, and that's not okay. And I am sorry about that. And if Mick likes, I'm down to send all the proceeds of that folder to him, or we can just take them down. But you know, I hope you know, Mick, this was done, you know, in admiration of you. That really is the truth. And I did reach out to you personally, so yeah, just let me know. And again, I'm sorry for this whole thing.
So, what I can gather with this apology video by Casimir is that all he did was that he was very inspired and he was obsessed with the Doom soundtrack created by Mick Gordon, and he wanted to take some samples and recreate them himself. As you can see in the comment section from the comparing video from the Casimir soundtrack and the Doom soundtrack, there's a lot of people that do say that pretty much the only thing Casimir did was download the song and copy-paste the song into his sound design editing software or whatever. But here Casimir says that yes, he was inspired by Mick Gordon's samples, but he didn't copy-paste the sample into his sound design software. But he recreated them themselves, and he offers Mick Gordon to send him via email the post-its. I do not know anything about sound design and sound and music composing, etc. But I think the post-its are like the tracks, like the saved project, and when you open that saved project in another computer, you can see all of the editing and all of the tracks and you can see everything. Like, you can see from 0 to 100 what this person did in this project. And by my understanding, composing music for video games has evolved a lot from the days from Halo Combat Evolved to even, I don't know, Black Ops 4. Music for video games has evolved a lot, like in the early days for its software in Wolfenstein or on Doom 1993. The post-its for the soundtracks were pretty much 3 or 4 tracks, and right now there's layers upon layers upon layers of samples in the editing software where you can see that the song is very complex. And right now, if Casimir sent the post-its to Mick Gordon and Mick Gordon opens the post-its, I think he will be able to see that, okay, there's only one layer and it's pretty much my song. But if Casimir did recreate all of the soundtrack or recreate all of the samples, then Mick Gordon will be able to see a lot of layers, tracks, and whatever. I do not know what I'm talking about because I do not know anything about that subject, but I think that's common understanding because I do edit videos on my computer, so I think it's kinda the same concept, but okay. Yes, what Casimir did was a very bad thing to do because, as I said before, he sold these samples for real money, and by my understanding, this is not the first time that Casimir does something like this. He did in the past plagiarize another songs from another composer or from another artist, but that is in the past, and he did apologize too, I believe. If I had to be completely honest, if PewDiePie was to see this apology video, he would rate it a 10 out of 10 because he did apologize very well. He did say that what he did was wrong, that what he did was very bad for music in general, and that he was willing to take down the folder or take down his samples from his website where he sells them, or pretty much take down everything in respect for Mick Gordon. Even if in the first place he did plagiarize the samples, he's paying respect to Mick Gordon because he says that what he did was in tribute for the legendary music composer that is Mick Gordon. Some of you people might not know Mick Gordon until Doom 2016, but Mick Gordon has made soundtracks for some TV shows, I believe. He composed a soundtrack for Need for Speed, all of the Wolfensteins, and Doom 2016, and many other games as well, and he has won like 5 to 6 Game Awards soundtracks. He's a legendary composer at what he does, and Mick Gordon, I know you're not going to be watching this, but I'm just wanna say that your soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks in gaming history. BFG Division and Repainter from your soundtrack is going to forever stay in the cloud. It's going to forever stay in the hearts of hardcore gaming fans. Most likely BFG Division because that is the most metal song you can ever hear in any video game ever. Like, my two legendary composers in my heart are two: Mick Gordon, obviously because of his Doom soundtrack, and the almighty and the all-powerful elder god Marty O'Donnell. Marty O'Donnell is a little bit more higher than Mick Gordon for obvious reasons because he did the soundtrack for Halo, and everything soundtrack Halo related is legendary. But Mick Gordon, despite his young age, made it one of the most intense, repentering, fully testosterone-inducing violent soundtrack in gaming history, and that is very legendary. But okay, Casimir, what you did was wrong. You did apologize, and I wish you the best for your future because you have talent, boy. You have a lot of talent. I have heard a lot of your songs on your YouTube videos, and you have talent, my boy. But never do that again. You have talent. Use your talent for the good. What you did was wrong, but you did apologize, and honestly, you have my thanks for apologizing because a lot of people do plagiarizing or whatever and never apologize, and you did what's good. So big props for Casimir to knowing what he did was wrong and apologizing sincerely and wholeheartedly. I think that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. And Mick Gordon, your soundtrack is beautiful. Thank you so much. And some of you people might say that, oh, this has never happened in the music or in the music video game history. Actually, the composer for Doom 1993 or Doom 1 was Bobby Prince, and pretty much if you type on Google music inspirations behind the Doom soundtrack, you can see that Bobby Prince, the composer for the original Doom soundtrack, had a lot of inspiration from a lot of the most recognizable 90s bands of all time. He used tracks from Alice in Chains, Slayer, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, AC/DC, Pantera, and pretty much Black Sabbath. Like, Bobby Prince did the same thing. He didn't plagiarize, but he was heavily inspired by those bands to make some of the most iconic Doom soundtracks on the Doom game. And why was that? Well, pretty much when Bobby Prince was composing the Doom soundtrack, John Romero, that beautiful long-haired boy, went to Bobby Prince and gave him some of his heavy metal discs he had on his office. And he told him, hey Bobby Prince, I want you to use this soundtracks for reference for your Doom soundtrack. And what happened? Well, pretty much the Doom soundtrack, the OG Doom soundtrack, is one of the most recognizable and one of the most iconic soundtracks in gaming history. Like, pretty much out of all of the games I can think about that have iconic soundtracks for the exception of games like Nintendo, because everyone knows the games from Nintendo like Metroid, Zelda, Super Smash Bros, etc. Games like Doom, games like Halo, games like God of War, games like Gears of War, games like Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid. Those games, their soundtracks are so recognizable. You hear the soundtrack and you will be like, oh, that's God of War, or oh, that's Gears of War, oh, that's Halo, or oh, that's Doom. And it all began with Bobby Prince's Doom soundtrack in 1993. You have my props, dude. Okay, why am I giving my props? I'm not really important, but yes, you have my thanks, Bobby Prince. You made one of the most iconic Doom soundtracks ever, and Mick Gordon recreated that soundtrack into something even better. I'm not trying to bring down Bobby Prince's music, but I do love metal more than 8-bit music, so amazing. So yes, pretty much we have the same thing with Casimir, but only that the Doom soundtrack, the OG Doom soundtrack, Bobby Prince didn't use samples from the original music from Alice in Chains and AC/DC, etc. He got inspired, did some riffs that are pretty similar, but they are not the same, and recreated them himself. Not like Casimir that took samples, etc. You know the drill. But okay, big props to Casimir for knowing that what he did was wrong and apologizing, and big props for Mick Gordon to taking this matter into a more mature and serious note. I do not know what did he say on Twitter or on Instagram, but if he wanted, he could have sued Casimir for a lot of money, but he was better than that and didn't do it, so props to Mick Gordon for doing that. And pretty much he protected his license pretty good. So okay, Spartans, please let me know down in the comment section what do you think about this video. Did you like it or not? Leave a like if you did and leave a dislike if you didn't. Please let me know what do you think about Casimir plagiarizing the soundtrack of Mick Gordon but apologizing for it, and I don't know. I'm sorry if this video was very different, because I tend not to do Doom drama on my channel or drama overall on my channel, because I'm trying to make a name for myself, and pretty much drama channels do not make a name for themselves, for the exception of Scares, Drama Alert, and Philip DeFranco, because they are iconic people. But I want to make a name for myself on YouTube, so no drama, or maybe some, but in the future, but a little bit, I don't know. But okay, Spartans, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, take care, and I love you very much. Thank you for watching, Spartans. I really do appreciate it. Bye bye.